Hi guys, Sunday blessings. So I'm just coming on to do the Tarot and Oracle Sunday review video for you all. So I'm going to be reviewing a brand new deck for you guys today that I've recently been gifted by some beautiful clients that are actually also beautiful friends of mine. So the deck that I'm going to be showcasing for you today is the Divine Masculine, the Gate to the Secret Garden Tarot. So let me reread that again. So I've just seen like the top of this. Tarot of the Divine Masculine, the Gate to the Sacred Garden. Sorry, that's my dyslexia completely sort of throwing me off there. And this is a deck by Vasich and Vasich. So Vasich. So I probably said that wrong. So I've had my eye on this for a long time. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. So, and I was lucky enough to be kind of gifted to it by some beautiful friends and clients of mine, like I say. So really excited to share this one with you. I'll just read what it says on the back because this is a really sort of an interesting one. So it just sort of says, mythical tarot cards handcrafted out of magic and timeless art for the modern tarot reader. A powerful company for your journey of self-discovery, told by an intriguing web of symbols, characters, and their stories. An elegant deck with an uncommon approach to details, carefully elaborated, painted in oil and printed in gold. So it just says here, 78 full card tarot cards on thick matte finish stock, an elegant magnetic book style box, illustrated 48-page guidebook for immediate reading. So what I've actually got, you get like a little sort of basic book with this, but also the guys gifted me a beautiful extra book that you can kind of get, which is a big old bad boy, you know. So look at this, and it's full of absolutely beautiful coloured imagery. Now, because this does obviously celebrate the divine, the masculine, it is all about, you know, just that, the divine, the masculine energy. So really unusual deck to anything I've shown you before. So we'll open this up and see what is lovely. You can see like within inside there's this beautiful imagery. So this is the sort of the little basic book that you get with it, which we will look at shortly. And then these cards are absolutely gorgeous. They're absolutely lush. So you've got that kind of detail. I don't know if you can see that on the inside. And then the cards themselves, like I say, absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. So they're sort of, there's like a black edging to them. They're not gilded, but it's black edging. And then there's absolutely beautiful, beautiful imagery on the back. And then each of the cards, they sort of say what they kind of are on the bottom. So you've got like, so it says Two of Swords. And then it's got a little bit of, this is sort of like in sort of like a gold gilding at the edge there. Okay, so you can sort of see that. So stock quality, really, really good, nice and thick, decent size, really, really good. So this is a deck that celebrates, as it says, the masculinity. So it's very different to what I've shown you before. I don't think we've seen anything quite like this, but it's a really interesting, really unique sort of little deck to share with you. The artwork is stunning, as you can sort of see. And it really celebrates all types of masculinity as well. So the sort of butch, the more feminine aspect, all of those sort of things in between. It touches in on sexuality as well. So it's a really sort of brave deck, I think, this one. Obviously you've got ethnic origins as well. So it's a little bit of a risque, a bit of a rude, bit of a naughty one, but it's done in a very tasteful fashion. So really sort of interesting to sort of show this one to you. Right, so I'm going to show you enough of these so you can really see, and like the artwork really is stunning. Like the way that water sort of flows down there, it all looks very, very kind of, you know, quite real and magentic. I also like the fact that they celebrate different body types. It's not all just muscled kind of Marys. There's bigger sort of bodies, skinny bodies, everything kind of in between. So there's a real collection of stuff in here, which is nice because it actually kind of keeps it real. Because sometimes when you've got loads of gorgeous bodies, don't get me wrong, that can be lovely, but sometimes we're not made up of all of that, you know, so sometimes it's quite fake almost. So the fact that there's all different types here is nice. So lots of different stuff going on, and I like the fact that there's these sort of boats in the background, so they've really included sort of modern twists on some of this stuff as well. So I want to show you enough of these so you get the idea and you can sort of see kind of what's going on. So obviously we've got the sort of the big penis that he's kind of climbing there. So some of them are a little bit, like I say, provocative and a bit almost going into that sort of erotica kind of energy a little bit, but done in a very tasteful way, like I sort of say. It's very busy, some of these cards. Now where we've got like here Keeper of Pentacles, these are instead of the Queens, so they replace the Queens, I believe. It does talk about this in the book I saw somewhere, so we'll check in on that shortly. So I don't think I'll show you all of these, but I want to show you enough of them so you can just sort of see kind of what's going on. They're all very different, they're all very independent and very unique, you know, as we sort of look at this. Lots of birds in some of these cards as well, and animals in general. Oops. So they've all got their independent individual sort of story to show and to tell you, really, as you can sort of see there. Quite different from traditional Rider-Waite. I don't think they really hold the values of Rider-Waite, I'll be kind of honest. So it's just something to be sort of mindful of when you're reading this, if you're working with this deck. If you're used to sort of traditional Rider-Waite, you know, you might have to just get your head around this a little bit here. Oops. What's this? Sorry, this just sort of says, oh, this is interesting. So it's got a little bit of information. I've only just come across that. So it just says here, Tarot of the Divine Masculine is one of the most vibrant tarot projects in recent times. 380 amazing patrons joined our journey to bring this magical world to life. We would like to give special thanks and appreciation to the 5 patrons who supported the project at the top level. We couldn't have succeeded without you. And we've got William Pesson, Simon Harrison, Ardurio, Nick Polwin, Gabrielle Santuas Varicio. So that's interesting. So we've got all of those names there. I'm going to put that to one side, actually, that one. That's really cool with the rainbow coming down, that one. So this is a really quirky, this is a really unusual, it's a very different deck. Like I say, it's just different to anything else that I've shown you. We've not had anything quite like this one before. But I love the fact that, you know, again, different body types, that they are sort of embraced and celebrated for really what they are. I think that is really, really important, actually, because we are all different types of energy. Like this one, a very skinny sort of guy, skinny person. So I like the fact that they're kind of keeping that real. Okay, so I'm going to show you like maybe a couple more, and then I'm probably going to sort of leave it there, just in case you decide to purchase this yourself, so that obviously you've got something you can kind of work with. So again, some of these are a little bit, you know, like say, provocative. So maybe 1 or 2 more, and then I think that is going to be the lot that I actually show you on this. Okay. Literally 1 more afterwards. Whatever this one is, that's going to be the one that we stop on. Okay, perfect. So you've got an idea, you can sort of see how they roll really. I'll just show you these because these are quite nice. Just a couple of different sort of ones there, and I've just seen another one here. Oh, literally, they're so sort of unique and independent. I could easily just sort of end up showing you all of them. Oh, do you know, sod it, I am. I'm just going to quickly show you all of these because the artwork is so, you know, it's like I say, it's so sort of unique and different to anything we've seen. I think I kind of do have to just show you them all, just so you can sort of see for yourself. There's the problem with the cards. I always get tempted to just stop it at some, and then I'm like, oh, actually, no, sod it. Why don't we go through all of them? So we'll very quickly go through some of these, just so you can see. But I like the fact as well it celebrates the light and the dark. So some of these cards look a little bit dark and sort of more mystical, and others are a bit more sort of light. Definitely sort of touches on lots of different types of energy there. And like I say, lots with these animals in, you know, they're really sort of bringing that in. But it's interesting because we see very often decks that are all feminine based and they celebrate and honour the femininity. So it's really nice to have the contrast and actually see something that is purely for completely the masculine, and you don't see that very often. So I think that's really quite nice, really quite cool. So I'll just show you the rest of these cards. There's only a couple more to go. And then what we'll do is we'll have a little look in the book, and we'll see what the book has to sort of talk about, what the book has to say, and we'll just see what the guidance is for this Sunday and also the kind of coming week ahead. What's really interesting is the small book has one sort of message, then the big book has a different type of message and talks about it more from a sort of artistic point of view. Right, that's all the cards. So the book, as you can see, this is what you get with the deck. It's a lovely little book here, and then it's just got how the sort of the deck was kind of birthed, introduction. It's got examples of like spreads that you can sort of try, and you know, sort of spreads that you can do, and then pretty much it's like straight into the card meanings, which is quite nice. So that's really kind of cool, and then it just sort of literally gives a little bit of a breakdown for each of the cards. So we'll look at that, and then we'll see also what's in this big old book, because this gives a bit more information, and it just sort of again talks about some of the energies from the artists. So it says again about, like with each of the cards, you've got the elements on here as well. It talks about that, which is lovely, and then yeah, pretty much straight into the cards themselves, which is fine. It's fabulous. So let's have a little look at this and see. So what we'll do then, channeling the cards for this Sunday for the highest of good. Oops. Nice tarot size as well. They glide really well in the hand. Beautiful kind of matte finish as well. Everything's kind of matte sort of done in this. I didn't talk about who it's published by. So it doesn't actually show me like the publisher as such. It just sort of says here like Divine, it just says like Vasich and Vasich. So whether that is who it's published by, I'm not sure. If you can see that on the bottom, because there's normally like a logo with the box, but there's nothing else on these. This is interesting. So anyway, let's see what we need to know about for this Sunday and the coming week ahead. Okay. So what do we need to know? Okay, that's come out. 9 of Pentacles. So this is the card, and then what you've got at the bottom is there, as you can sort of, I don't know if you can see it too well, but it's all in gilded energy. So the pentacle, it says there, and it says 9 the other side. There's no actual pentacles as such in the image, so this is where obviously if you weren't familiar with tarot you might struggle a little bit, you know, because you've got to work a little bit harder. It's different from sort of like Rider-Waite. So even though the artist sort of work is beautiful and it's stunning, it does make you have to sort of work a little bit with stuff here, you know. But let's just see what we got. So 9 of Pentacles, let's find that one in the book. Let's just see. Oh, I think I just went past it. So 9 of Pentacles, it just sort of says here, you have worked hard and you have reached abundance in your life. Sit back and enjoy it. Leisure, comfort, luxury, you deserve it all. You can enjoy the luxury and liberation from the conventional that you have deserved. Okay, interesting. So that's the sort of meaning from the book point of view. Then what we'll do is we'll look at 9 of Pentacles in the big book and we'll sort of see what it has to say. Let me just find that a sec. 9 of Pentacles. Find the Pentacles. So it's the same image, but in a lot more detail, a lot more colour, as you can see there. So you can really sort of see that in all its glory. And it just says here, this is the sort of secret garden aspect of it. So we've got 9 of Pentacles and it just says White Peacock. Sitting back in the garden chair, the relaxed man looks lazily as at his parrot. The castle, his castle, in the distance presents goals made with strong foundations, the luxury and good, exotic taste all around, opulence and a touch of sensuality. You have worked hard and you have reached abundance in your life. Sit back and enjoy. Leisure, comfort, luxury. You deserve it all. Surround yourself with exotic beauty. When this scene happens in your reading, don't stop from indulging yourself. Not only have you reached the material stability, but also the excellent taste and liberation from the conventional. So that's interesting. So quite a powerful message there then, guys. So great abundance, great prosperity for us this week. So hopefully some of you can resonate with that message for what it is. This is a really, really cool deck. It's very different from anything else I've shown you. It's a quirky deck, definitely. I would say for in terms of its quality, it's really, really top quality deck. So I would say it's a 10. I would say, you know, in terms of being able to work with it on a day-to-day basis, I don't think it's a deck I'd work with all the time. This is one I would play around with, so I dip in and out of this a little bit. So I think it's probably like an 8 or a 9, but it is a really, really cool, really, really beautiful deck. So definitely check this one out. I like the fact that the book is an additional extra. If you're a collector of tarot, it's nice to be able to have these 2 aspects. So an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful deck. Check it out, see what you think. I don't think that you'll be disappointed. And if you're somebody that loves the unusual, this is definitely one for the collection. So it's Tarot of the Divine Masculine, The Gate to the Sacred Garden. So I'm going to leave that with you. Hope it resonates. Stay safe, stay well. Have a fabulous week ahead, guys. And I'll catch up with some of you very soon. Much love. Bye for now.